Hey everyone, it's me coming on. Hope you're feeling blessed today and forevermore. I'm wearing the shades simply because it's quite sunny here. We've had a heat wave here in Toronto and it's been quite hot, so bear with me. The video I'm bringing forth today is to talk about one topic. I get asked this a lot by clients of mine and people I know, so I figured, hey, this is a good topic for today. Indistinguishable ideas come into our mind as to what the higher self is. However, I can actually pinpoint the most recognizable times that you will ultimately know when you are in contact with your higher self. If you're looking at my lovely flamingo, I received it when I went out with some friends to a party and I haven't touched it. So there's that. So back to what I was saying. The most easiest way for us to ever know when we are in commune, let's say with our higher self, is to really recognize what kind of information is being sourced back to us, said back to us, when we are engaged in fear. What is fear? False evidence appearing real, right? So what happens is that in our day-to-day, we may end up in situationals, meaning it could be like social situations, work situations, friend situations that engage in this fear, fear sets, fear in general. You could be scared to interact with, let's say, a friend of yours because of some type of confrontation, or it could be that you want to interact with certain persons at work because of a mishap you created at work yesterday. There's times where you are scared or fearful to pursue another avenue. There's times you're scared and fearful to maybe get out of a relationship. And what I will say is that all along your path, in all the situations that you're presented every day, there are times that the fear chimes up in us. And they can be as minuscule or grand states of fear. What I will say is that at all points when that fear does rise up within you at any stage, it could be getting on stage, it could be having to go to that meeting and profess some statistics, or trying to break up with somebody. Those fear factors step in all the time. How you recognize the higher consciousness, it is always the voice of reason that eliminates all prospects of fear away from the situation that you're facing. Because what you have to understand is a situation is only perceived and actually has not formulated yet. So everything that you're thinking about the perceived situation has not occurred yet, right? Before you step into it. So 9 times out of 10, when you're actually postulating, like, oh, what's going to happen when this happens, or what's going to happen when I get on stage, or what's going to happen when I go see my friend again, or what's going to happen if I break up with them, they're all up here. It's all up here. We start to manufacture ideas and situations and we play them out. And we start to believe that we can actually speak to others' reactions towards us. And this false evidence appearing real is an acronym for the word fear, and it is very valid because realistically, you haven't stepped into the situation. Now, how can you know how someone will react to you? How can you know what may take place? How can you know how well or not well you will do in the situation? That is all false. The creation, the manufacturing is all false because it is not real. It has not presented itself. It has not occurred. So technically, when you are in those states of postulation, thinking about all these dynamics of the self interacting in the day-to-day, let's say it is to break up with someone, or to actually look at why you may or may not want to break up with someone, you'll notice that the higher self constantly is eradicating all of that fear and says very simplistic, reasonable answers to you, such as like, well, this person has showcased that they lack consideration. Well, this person has explicitly shown you time again that they're not trustworthy. These direct points of reality is what the higher self brings to you so that you can make a balanced assessment of what is really taking place, not the false evidence appearing real. The false evidence that appears real is when another voice, let's say, chimes in and says, oh, if you break up with them, who's going to want you? Or, oh, if you break up with them, they're going to get mad. Or, oh, if you break up with them, they're going to take everything. Those, let's say, fear voices or fear notations that are coming into your energy field are not real. They actually haven't happened. They haven't taken place. But what has taken place is everything that the higher self describes to you about the situation you're about to step into. So if you're ever wondering what and who and how do I connect with the higher self? Analyze the banter that is going on in situations in the day-to-day that include fear, false evidence appearing real. They haven't happened yet, right? Can't be real until they happen. So I hope this helps, guys, because a lot of persons ask, like, I don't know which one's which, or what's what, or who's who, or, let's make it as simple as possible. Sit there with yourself, and the next time that you're scared of something or fearful of something, listen to the voice of reason that's giving you reality check, a reality of what has already taken place. That's your higher self. Bye for now, guys. Love you lots. Hope this helps.